So my book sales are stagnating. I don't know what to do. I can't market more than I already am. I have a life to live. Somebody help me figure out how to do this without making Amazon richer. We're going to do that in this episode of Horrible Writing. That will never work. You can't fuck with that. Seriously? Don't. Oh my God, that's other things you can do. That's bad. You probably should find other hobbies. You ever learn to stop? Be happy. Well, you don't bother me. I've seen better people. Do you really want to? And my third grade, give it up. Welcome to Horrible Writing, the rawest, most candid, in-your-face writing show on the interwebs because none of us have time to suck. Let's do this. Hey everybody, Carl Sading, your host. Welcome to episode 60 of Horrible Writing. It's Tuesday night. This episode goes live on Monday. Patrons will get it hopefully, theoretically, tomorrow. But the reason why I'm doing the third part in the Getting Discovered series for this episode is because today I think I finished my blurb for Novel Idea to Podcast, How to Sell More Books Through Podcasting, my first nonfiction book, and a book that I hope helps all of you figure out this whole possibly strange medium that is podcasting. So if that blurb is good to go, it's going up on Amazon tomorrow, and Amazon is good about making books go live or updates go live. When I updated Chasing the Demon to make it free, it changed within 12 or 18 hours. So I fully anticipate by Halloween or the day after Halloween, Novel Idea to Podcast will be live on Amazon in ebook. And as soon as I get that notification that it is up there, I'll be able to upload the audiobook as well. So yeah, this is a double whammy. My first nonfiction and my first audiobook as well. So that's why I decided to do this episode at this time. I feel it's imperative for the horrible writing community to hear this from me. I hope by now, after 60 episodes, you trust me enough that I'm an emotional person, but I won't guide you through my emotions. I will guide you through my experience and any of the data that I collect through that. And I truly am of the belief that I don't care if you're a nonfiction writer or a fiction writer. I truly believe audio is the future. And if you're an author, if your aim is to write and sell books part-time as a side gig, a little extra spending cash for those Friday nights, or if this is a thing, if you're like me, if this is a thing that you want to do and you want to do it full-time, I truly believe that audio is the space you need to get into now. Now, 2018 is wrapping up. If you aren't already thinking about it, I want you to think about it now. And listen, I know that I stress out enough trying to learn the ins and outs of selling books because I'm new to that. Podcasting I can do in my sleep. Literally, I've had an incredibly long day today. It's 5:00 on the Pacific Coast. I've had a long day. I'm drained, but at the same time, I can pull on this webcam. There's 3 people here. Hey to everybody, Tim and Erica. There's some mysterious person out there as well. I'm recording. I'm watching my audio, making sure I'm doing everything, and I could do this with ease. Selling books, figuring out Facebook ads, Amazon ads. How in the hell to get people to leave a review for a book? I mean, Chasing the Demon has 13 reviews. I haven't had a new review in a quarter of a year. Easily a quarter of a year. I'm selling books every week, but easily a quarter of a year. There are a lot of things I need to figure out. And I say that to you because I don't want you to hear me urge you to get into the audio space and not recognize that I'm very empathetic to what I'm asking you to think about. I know some of those of you who see this live, or if you go watch the recording on YouTube, just go look, go Google pulsating YouTube. I'm sure it'll pop up. One of these days I'll be smart enough to put the link in the show notes. But you can see a little bit of my gear, and it might be intimidating. And I realize that. And I swear on everything that is holy to me that this episode is not about me pushing that new nonfiction book to you. If you want to pick it up, cool. I would appreciate it. It helps me, and it helps me help you, so we all win. But at the same time, I plan on doing some of these things in the Horrible Writing Writer Support Group on Facebook. So if you're not part of that, you are part of this family if you subscribe to this podcast. And there's a lot of wonderful people over there who give to others before they ask from others to give to them. So you're really missing out. But I do this with that in mind, that I know this could be intimidating. It can be scary. My argument is that the book market is incredibly flooded. And unless you've got the pockets to be giving Amazon all sorts of money for ads and Facebook, I tried to do a Facebook ad for this, for the Chasing the Demon free offer that I have today and tomorrow. And by the time I spent 45 minutes trying to figure out why I couldn't do a custom audience anymore, I realized I could have gotten my blurb done and novel idea out to Amazon. So I get how it goes, folks. This is what this podcast has always been about. Remember, go look at the show tag on Amazon if you need that reminder. Know Nothing writer to hopefully close paren, published author. I always came at you under the pretenses that I didn't know what I was doing and I was going to learn. And as I learned, I was going to share it with people. That's what this show is about. That's what the Horrible Writing Writer Support Group on Facebook is about. So I share that with you because it comes from my heart, folks. The folks here in YouTube with me, I hope can see it. I don't do this. Trust me. Last time I checked, I have 7 reviews of this show on Apple. 7. This show has 60 episodes. All 5-star reviews. So, hey, cool. Thank you to those of you who leave them. But I'm not doing horrible writing to be Joanna Penn. I can't be Joanna Penn. She's Joanna Penn. I do this for my small pocket of people who identify with me. I realize that I turn off some people who are more casual about this. I try to not turn off people who want to do this but are maybe afraid of technology. You're the people I'm thinking about right now. Tim is with me. Tim Niederreiter. I did an interview with him 30 some odd episodes ago. He's an author. He does podcasting. He gets this. He's not afraid of this. Some of you are. I understand that. So I do offer that to you. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel and you're not in that Facebook group, I need you to get there because now that Novel Idea to Podcast is done, and by the end of this week, it will be published. You can go out there on Amazon and grab it. And I'm going to go wide with that, by the way. So this will be a new experience, too, for the Horrible Writing Writer Support Group people. My 2 books, Chasing the Demon and 12 Deaths of Christmas, which is still 1 month away from coming off a pre-order, they are exclusive to Amazon. Novel Idea to Podcast is not going to be. I'm going to put it on Amazon first to get it out there, but I'm going wide. I'm going to go to everybody and try to publish and bring that knowledge back to the group and see how it helps everybody, what my experience has been. But I say that to wrap up the point that join those groups because I'm going to share small tips, tools, and tactics on how to do this podcasting thing. If you are so inclined, we are looking at Halloween week. So I don't know, trying to look at my calendar while I record. By the 3rd or 4th of November, the book should be on Amazon. I'm not going to price struggling writers out of it, I promise. But in it, I'll have a ton of tips, tools, and tactics. So join those things in there, and in the book, you'll have the tips, tools, and tactics to help you get started. But on YouTube, in the Facebook Live group, I will be doing periodic lessons on how to do this stuff. And in that group, if you're falling away from Facebook or you just don't use it that much, I do these things called units, small, tight, social learning opportunities. I've only built 2 because I'm waiting for that group to kind of pick up some steam. There's a lot of people who haven't done them. And as people understand the bigger picture of why I'm doing that, I will do some of this here. I want this to be friendly to you. I don't want you to go run and buy a mic tonight. I don't want you to go over here and get this mixer and this sound gate down here that I have, because right here, for those of you live on the feed, that's about $600 worth of equipment right there. This mic is about $300. So right here, just in my camera view, I've got $1,000 worth of equipment. Some of you are already stopping, going, Paul, I could get an entire book edited for that much. I can't do audio. Folks, I get it. There are cheaper ways to do this. I have been podcasting since I got into it at 2010. I really started doing it in 2011. I've been around this game. This is why I've got this equipment, and I could have had a lot more. I just don't take it that seriously. But I believe the authors, nonfiction, fiction, poets, who am I missing? Screenwriters, memoirists, all of you folks who want to do this but don't want to spend tons of money on Facebook ads and Amazon ads, can't get a BookBub ad to save your life. You're struggling to find bloggers who will review your books to give it attention. You hate Twitter, and it exhausts you to get somebody, one person a month to read your book, buy your book. You go free and 3 people pick it up. Folks, I get all of that. I want to make that change for you. That's what this community is about. That's what I'm about. I'm fired up. I'm exhausted, and I'm fired up because I truly believe that this medium is a way that this new wave of authors, that we start capturing some of the market. If you don't, there are going to be people like me who will. I dropped Chasing the Demon, and to this day, I sway between, 50,000 and 150,000 on total in the Amazon store for books. Total, all categories. Me, nobody, with nothing. And I don't spend money on ads. But I stay, and if you're thinking 150,000, well, yeah, remember there's 2 million books out there on Amazon. I'll take 150,000. I really will. Even my 99-cent short story stays relatively well. It does get down there around 500,000, 600,000, but it's 99 cents because I can't make it free yet. For a short story, that's all it is. Those aren't bad rankings. I want to help you all. I want you to think about it. We're going to do a 4th part to this series, I promise. I'm getting ready to wrap up because I'm going to hang out with the 3 people who are here with me real quick. But I want you to start thinking about your potential audio presence. What could you do? Where could you fit in the audio landscape? I don't have anything important to say. Yes, you do. You're a writer. It doesn't have to be on writing because everybody and their brother does on writing, says the guy doing a podcast on writing. What about your book? Draft form, I don't care. What about your book? Nonfiction, you have all sorts of expertise that you drew on to start writing, outlining, or completing that nonfiction book, right? Think about that. That's your niche. We all have them. The thing you do is the thing that only you do. So you do have a form. I'm going to talk more about the podcasting landscape in the 4th edition of this. I don't know when that'll be. I've got a ton of interviews coming up for the show, and there's some other issue stuff that I want to talk to the horrible writing community about. But with that being said, think about it until that time. Join the Facebook group. Challenge me on the Erica is here live with me. She'll attest to it. Tim's part of that group as well. I am as available as I can possibly be on that group. I check it every day. And now that the novel idea book is done, the audio book is done, and 12 Deaths is done, folks, I've got nothing to do except get to work on that next book. So I'll be there a lot more often. All right. I hope I haven't stressed you out. All I'm asking, folks, at this point is for you to think about being in the audio space. Is it a possibility? Don't say no. Just think about, lean forward, fail forward. How could I? Ask yourself, how could I, instead of why I can't? How could I join the audio world? Start with that. That's all I want you to start with. And we can expand on that as we go. You might even get some ideas before then. And if you do, email me. Please, paulsadingproductions@gmail.com. Hit me on Twitter @paulsading or @writinghorrible. And the easiest way, and the way to find a new community that is very vibrant, by the way, is to come over to Facebook. Right up there in that search bar, just type in Horrible Writing Writer Support Group. Come find us. We'd love to have you. So, by the time you hear this episode, Novel Idea to Podcast, How to Sell More Books Through Podcasting will be available on Amazon, at least in digital book, if not in audiobook. Help a brother out, help a fellow writer out, go pick it up or go tell your writing circles about it. Tell them, help them think about audio. And I would really appreciate that. I really would. That would be, I'm really excited to see what happens with a nonfiction book because this is brand new to me. So until episode 61, where I'm going to talk to Jonathan Goldberg of Brucey Sunshine, which is an audio drama, we're going to talk about jealousy. Oh my God, is this going to be, that was a great conversation. You're going to enjoy it. So until then, keep being epic. This has been Horrible Writing, and hopefully after this episode, you suck less than you did at the beginning. I am Paul Sading, your host extraordinaire. You can find me over on the Twitterverse @WritingHorrible and over at paulsading.com/horrible-writing. Until next time, suck less.